Alright, so we're about to mash in an all Mosaic IPA, session beer. Kind of going for low summer drinking. Anyways, let's get to it. It's 12:31 p.m. and I'm already on my second beer during brew day. Is that too many? I don't think so.
When the weather knew my name, I was measured by the rain and found those sudden sunny days so artificial. Good neighbors on the train, mediocre acres for rain by freight, the wooden days of love without appraisal.
So we got 7 more minutes to the mash. Try to show you this, but I'll probably fucking, yeah, I'll definitely spill it. Never mind, can't do that. So yeah, just been vorloping and letting it drain. Should clear the wort up quite nicely. It should take about another 10 or 15 minutes and then we'll bring it to a boil. Alright, so we're close to a boil, but not quite. Probably another 5-10 minutes, something like that. Oh, there we go, 30 minutes. There we go. Alright, so here goes some yeast nutrient and 30 more grams of Mosaic. Alright, we'll try to do it from an angle. Decent amount of hop matter starting to form. What's that? A little over 2 ounces added so far. Yeah, there we go. Alright, there we go. So there's another 30 grams of Mosaic going in. Come on, hurry up. I'm sure it'll be any second. There we go. Shut these up. Alright, so here's where the system really shines. It has a jacket. So here's the out. Right now it's cooling. It's pumping cold water from the tap around it. So it's hard to see, but right now it's 185. And here's the the out. So it chills really quickly. Alright, there we go. Gnome Alone Mosaic. I'm going to try to talk about this beer as best I can without, fumbling over words like usual and talking a bunch of nonsense. But alright, so the goal with this beer was to make a relatively simple American IPA grain bill that can support a single hop. Normally when breweries do that, they'll kind of add a neutral hop for bittering to kind of create like a baseline bitterness, and then the flavoring, late hop additions, aroma, whirlpool, dry hop, whatever the hell approach they take, they'll do that with whatever hop they're trying to highlight. So that was the approach here, except I didn't go with like a neutral hop like, Warrior or Magnum to do like 20 IBUs and then, do all the late hop additions with Mosaic. What I did was the whole beer was just Mosaic hops. Although I kind of took a little bit of a safety net approach and did that at 30 minutes as opposed to, 60 minutes of, say, like an ounce or two of Mosaic, which could have potentially turned out bad. Thankfully, it didn't. I wasn't really sure what was going to happen because I've never used Mosaic as a bittering addition. But so all things considered, hopefully that beer comes out right there. There we go. Turned out very good. 40 IBUs, 5.4%. What else do I want to talk about first? So it's a relatively simple grain bill, which I hope I talked about in the video, or highlighted in the video. To give you a little perspective on what the actual weight of the grain is, normally I just give percentages because that's what works best for homebrewers. They can enter their own numbers in terms of efficiency, yada, yada, yada. But in terms of what actual weight the grains was 11 pounds two-row, 2 pounds white wheat, 1 pound Munich I, and 1 pound Carafoam. So pretty damn basic, really. Let's see, what else? All right, so yeah, another thing about the whole... The problem with... if you're going to use one hop, the reason why they do that whole neutral hop in terms of bittering is like some hops don't create a pleasant bitterness. Like for me, for instance, I mistakenly used Chinook one time as a bittering addition in a pale ale, and no bueno. It's way too harsh, way too sharp. It lingers, very unpleasant, just not a good hop to use in a bittering addition. Turns out Mosaic's actually, I wouldn't say like amazing, but it's definitely doable. It's also a little bit more expensive to use as a bittering addition, so why would you do that anyways? But that's not the point of this beer. So in terms of aroma's all over the place with this hop. I was not expecting, anything, but I didn't. It surprised me on like how much Mosaic does. It's just like all over the place, and that could be a good thing when you're talking about like supporting certain characteristics of other hop varieties as like something to pair with. But on its own, in my opinion, like it's just, I don't know. I'm not really a fan. It's just too all over the place. Although I think the reason being is because like, I did a 30-minute edition, a 12-minute edition, a 4-minute edition, a flameout. Like, I think if you use Mosaic as like only a whirlpool or only a dry hop, your results would be much different. I mean, up front, you definitely get like a lot of kind of nondescript citrus notes. Like it's not orange, it's not lemon, it's not tangerine or anything like that. It's not grapefruit. It smells like just citrus rather, not citra. I don't know why I always go to the citra when I say citrus, but there's noticeable pine as well. Probably more than anything, actually. And then there's like the side notes, that's where it just gets fucking crazy, because it's just like, you can pick up on like musty, earthy notes, which I did not expect whatsoever with Mosaic. You look it up online or hear what people's findings when they use it are. It's tropical, fruity, citrusy, blueberry, which I did get a little bit of like soft berry notes actually early on, but not so much anymore. But I mean, yeah, it's hard to describe, that's for sure. But yeah, it's like earthy, citrus. I don't get tropical from. I mean, I think maybe I would have if I added a bigger dry hop, which I was taking it easily on this dry hop, because I was doing the low dissolved oxygen dry hop technique for the first time, so I wasn't really sure how I was going to go. I didn't even know. Well, it's also actually, I don't have it out here, but I didn't use a sight glass. I used a yeast harvester, so it actually kind of opens up slightly more. I wasn't sure what the PSI rating was for that, so I was like kind of a little scared to like just, you know, do a fucking 4-ounce dry hop. So I took it a little simple. I did 45 grams, or roughly like an ounce and a half. But so yeah. That being said, about the aroma, that's something I have to stop. I have to stop saying that being said so goddamn much. But the flavor is actually like more constant. There's not. I'm sure if you had like a trained palate, you could pick up all these different things. But for me, it's mostly, again, pine and citrus. Yeah, I don't know. Very, very pleasant though. Like, I don't know. You could definitely do a lot with this hop. I don't mean to hate on it. It's just, it's not something I'm super excited about. I have used it a couple times before in hazies. Like I've paired it with Citra. Who hasn't? Then I paired it with Citra and El Dorado. Not really taking much of a leap there either. But this is my first time really focusing on just Mosaic, and that was the whole point of this beer as well. You know, based on the style, like one hop, simple kind of IPA. But so I wanted to learn more about Mosaic and be able to identify aroma wise and being able to pick it out in beers. So that being said, god damn it. A few days ago, I bought a beer called Don't Worry, Be Hoppy, which I tried looking up the hops that are in it. They don't list it, but I would willing to bet that they use Mosaic, because that very same kind of like musty, earthy aroma, which I again did not expect to pick up in this this beer or this hop, was in that beer. Like, cracked the can, poured it, I was like, holy shit, it smells like my Mosaic beer. So like that's the whole reason I do these types of beers in particular, or SMaSH beers, like, is to try and learn from the beer as much as you can. And I had problems like identifying Mosaic in beers. Like, even when the can said, oh, this is made with, you know, whatever hop in Mosaic, I had no idea what the hell was contributing to the Mosaic, or what the Mosaic was contributing to the beer. So that was the goal in mind with this beer. I definitely feel like I achieved that. It is, I'm probably talking myself in circles right now, but 5.4%, 40 IBUs. I say medium to maybe medium light body, probably more towards medium actually. Like that Carafoam does wonders. If you haven't used Carafoam, at least try it, see how it works for you. Technically it is a crystal malt or caramel malt, sorry genus, but I think it doesn't come across like a crystal malt. It's more for head retention and body. I'm sure you could achieve that in other ways, but in terms of making this beer better, it's one of those things where, like, yeah, you could make it stronger. You could, you know, if you want it a little bit more bitter, you could do that. Really, the only thing I would do is dry hop it more, make the aromatics kind of pop more. Would I like want to make it stronger? Yes, but then it's kind of not the beer that it's not a sessionable like single hop IPA. If you made it like a 6.2, you know, it kind of defeats the purpose. Which that was I didn't really mention the sessionability of it, but that was another factor in the making of this beer as well. I didn't want like another 6.5% hazy. I wanted like just a simple beer, kind of lower fives, that can be, you know, just a day drinker. So I don't know. It's a good beer. I'm definitely not trying to hate on the beer. The beer is good beer, but like, just I've come to find out that Mosaic's just not for me, really. I do see it working very well, and it has proven itself to work very well with other hops when paired. But by itself, I don't know. I think there's just too much going on, and usually that's a good thing. But I don't know. Not for me. Not this time. But anyways, I'll leave it at that. I probably talked too much. No amount. Thanks guys for watching.